Hey guys, so I know it's been a really long time since I've filmed a video, so I thought I'd start off with a bang and kind of start how I started and come out with a 2015 year favorites as well as a January, because it is the end of January favorites. Just kind of combine the two, but the products I used in 2015 are pretty much the same products that I've been using in January. So it's a lot of stuff to get through. And I think I'm just going to start with how I normally do my face and then at the end go into skincare. Because there's quite a few new things that I've been using in skincare because my skin's been a lot different this year than it's ever been. And as you can see, the lighting is a lot better in my videos now. I figured it out and you can see better, hopefully. So this is kind of also a trial with the new light and new filming, and hopefully we'll start 2016 out with a bang. So let me get started, and I'm going to start with primers. There's one primer that I've been using pretty much all year. Tea Tree Pore Minimizer Primer. This is from the Body Shop. It's just suitable for blemish skin, and it has tea tree oil in it, so it's been really good for me. I don't really notice it diminishing the pores, so I do use a separate primer for my pores right here, and a mattifying primer also my forehead because I do have combination oily skin. But this primer is really good, and I've noticed that with the breakouts that I have on my chin, it has decreased since I've been using this. I don't know if it has anything to do with this or my new skincare, but I do really love this primer. For foundations, I have a lot of foundations that I loved this year. I went back to an oldie, which is the original Makeup Forever HD foundation, and I started mixing it with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus foundation. This foundation is really amazing. I love it a lot. And these two together, I think, just makes my skin look flawless. So whenever I have like a party, or I want to go out, or just look more put together, I will use both of these foundations. And I haven't tried the new formula that they have out, but the original formula is still my favorite. I've heard that it's different than this one, but if you guys have tried it out, please let me know, because I do think I'm going to run out of this soon, and it's going to be really sad because I love this original Makeup Forever HD foundation so much. Another foundation that I loved this year was the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is something that I use when I just want a more natural look, because this foundation literally looks like it's your skin. It doesn't really look like you're wearing too much foundation, especially if you use a beauty blender to buff it out, which is how I normally apply my foundation. I think that this foundation is perfect, and I think it would actually work on all skin types. Maybe if you're dry, I would mix a beauty oil with it, but I don't find my foundation getting cakey throughout the day. I think it looks pretty even. Actually, I feel like after you wear it for a couple hours, your skin looks even better. So this foundation is amazing. A product that I really loved that came out this year were the CoverFX Custom Cover Drops. I have two shades. One's lighter and one's darker. I use it depending on how my skin is, because I tan very easily, and I also lose my tan very easily. So in the winter I am quite a bit lighter than in the summer. So I was using this a lot in the summertime, and I would either mix it with another foundation to intensify the coverage, or I would use it by itself. It would just take you're not supposed to use it by yourself, but I would just take a couple drops on my hand and take a beauty blender and just put it all around my face. And I really love this, and I loved this mixed with the Shiseido UV Protection SPF waterproof liquid foundation. This is very liquidy, and this is my favorite foundation to wear in the summertime. I've been using this for years and years, and I love it, and I love these mixed together in the summertime. It gives you just a little bit of coverage, extra coverage, because this is a very light coverage, which is perfect for summertime because it's very hot and humid, and I don't like the feeling of makeup on my face which is funny because I do wear a lot of it, but I don't like the feeling of foundation all over my face. It's just, I want to scratch, which is weird, I know, but I just don't like it. And this is a very, very light feeling for the summertime. So if you're sweating and you're doing outdoor activities or hiking or whatever, this foundation is amazing for that. During days where I don't really feel like wearing much, so if I'm going to school or work or whatever, I don't like to put on foundation too much just because it takes more time and it's quicker to just put on a BB cream. So I really, really loved this Garnier BB cream. This is amazing, especially I have to set it with a powder, but this is the Miracle Skin Perfector Daily Shine Control BB cream. This is really inexpensive and it's actually really, really good. This is a little bit light for my skin tone, which is really irritating, but with bronzer I can warm up my face a little bit and make it work. But this is the darkest shade they sell, I believe, and I think that if companies are going to come out with BB creams and tinted moisturizers and things like that, they really should make a broader shade range because not everybody has the same skin tone and not everything works on everyone. But it's a different situation. But this is a really amazing BB cream, so if you're looking for something inexpensive and if you don't want to wear heavy coverage every day, I really recommend this one by Garnier. And then I also was really into the Laura Mercier Oil-Free Tinted Moisturizer. This one I would go over it with this MAC Studio Fix powder, just because this, even though it's oil-free, I did feel like my skin still felt oily, because it is a tinted moisturizer and it's, you know, is a little bit of a thicker consistency than a regular moisturizer because it's tinted, obviously. So I would go in with this MAC Studio Fix powder just to add some coverage to my face and to mattify this down a little bit because I don't like to be super shiny. So a new face powder that I've really been into is probably the cheapest thing in this haul, and that's the Coty Airspun loose face powder. This is just a regular loose face powder. It comes out with a little from the top. This face powder is just amazing. I don't even know how to describe what it does, but for something that's so cheap and comes from Walmart, it's magic in a canister. I feel like it mattifies my T-zone down. I usually kind of use this to set my under eye concealer and right here where my pores are a little bit more visible, and it makes my pores a lot less visible, which is pretty awesome. I'm using it today and I feel like whenever I do use this, my face has an amazing makeup day, and when I don't use this, I feel like there's a huge difference. So if you're looking for a really good powder that's really inexpensive, this powder is amazing. It's very finely milled. It does have a little bit of a scent to it that kind of reminds me of a grandma. It's a very interesting scent. I mean, I don't mind it. It's not too perfumey as far as scents go, but it is, if you don't want to smell like your grandma, this might not be for you. But if you're looking for a really, really good powder that I think is suitable for all face skin types, oily combination, even dry if you're using this just to set your concealer, which I think everybody should do, but this powder is amazing, and I don't think that I could have anything bad to say about it because it's just magic in a canister. I have 3 concealers that I really loved this year. The first one is the NARS Creamy Radiant Creamy Concealer. I don't like this concealer for under my eyes at all, but I do love this concealer for blemishes. I think that this concealer, it's in the shade, I use this shade Medium Dark 1 Biscuit, and I think that when I apply this to whatever blemishes I have on my face, it covers it up nicely and matches my skin tone nicely. So for days that I don't want to wear a lot of makeup or really any makeup, I will just dab this on some blemishes, and this has been my go-to concealer all year round for that reason. Another concealer that everyone and their mom's been talking about is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Like everyone says, it's amazing, it's lightweight, doesn't crease really at all, you don't feel it under your eyes, and it blends out really easily, and it's not thick or heavy at all. And so if you're looking for a really, really good concealer for your under eyes, I highly recommend this Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. And then another concealer that's a 24-hour spot concealer. This is by Smashbox. I really, really love this because it has a point which you could just like dot on your blemishes wherever you need to, and then just pat it out with your finger, and it hides them perfectly. So this has been an amazing concealer just to have on hand for touch-ups of blemishes if it fades throughout the day. For my brows, I don't really do much. I don't usually fill them in because I have pretty thick brows naturally. So I just go in with some tinted brow gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's a really expensive brow gel. It does last you a long time, but it is pretty expensive. And so I thought I would try something new, and I decided to try the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Premium. It's not as good as the Anastasia Beverly Hills because that one literally is like super glue. You put that on your eyebrows and it won't move until you take it off. But this is more flexible and natural. It doesn't show in your brows at all, but it is holding your brows in place. So I've recently really, really liked this. This one is in the shade Medium in Dark. Medium to dark. It's really small print. Medium to dark. And I just love that this one is so tiny. The Anastasia Brow Wiz one is huge. Not Brow Wiz, that's the pencil. Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel is a big giant mascara looking wand that every time I use it, I'm like, whose eyebrows are that big? Like, it's just so fluffy. And I'm like, why? Like, I'm not gonna put mascara on my eyebrows. And I love that this brush is just so tiny and perfect. You don't get any product on your skin, which I did have a problem with the brow gel, that the Anastasia one would transfer all over, like around my eyebrow, and I would have to wipe it away. This one doesn't do that at all, and it is a little bit more of a flexible hold than that one. I mean, for something that's really, really inexpensive, this one is really amazing. I had two bronzers that I loved this year. The first one is My Terracotta by Guerlain. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. This one is in their limited edition packaging, but it's the same thing that they sell on their it's the same color that they sell. And it's just a really beautiful, natural, everyday, warm bronzer. The only thing that I hate about this is it's heavy, heavy scented product. I know that all of Guerlain's products are very highly scented. I'm not a fan of that. It does fade throughout the day on your skin, the scent, which is good. But heavy scented things tend to irritate my skin a little bit. But that being said, this bronzer is beautiful. If you want something that's very, very natural, like I don't know if you're even going to be able to see this on my hand. Probably not. But if you want something that's very, very natural, this bronzer is very beautiful. It would probably work better on lighter tones than my skin tone. This typically only works for me during the winter fall time where I don't really have much of a suntan. So I wouldn't really recommend this if you're a darker skin tone than I am, but if you're lighter, I highly recommend this, and I think this is a beautiful, natural, everyday bronzer if you're looking for something new. It is on the pricier side. There are other bronzers that are a lot cheaper, but this one is very beautiful. And then another one that I used all year round is the NARS Gahina something palette. You probably saw this in most of my tutorials because this is my all-time favorite. This is a little bit dark for me, but with a light touch and I blend it out, I make it work. So this is perfect. This particular shade is perfect if you are deeper in skin tone than I am, or if you're a tiny bit lighter than I am. It would be a very intense color for you, but this particular palette does come in other shades. I don't use the lighter powder very much. If I do use it, I usually use it to set any eye primer that I do put on my eyes, on my lids. But the contour powder, I'm wearing it today. I wear it pretty much every day. It's my go-to contour powder, and it's really blendable, it's really beautiful, and it's not too warm and it's not too cool. It's the perfect shade. So I love it. For blushes, I have one drugstore favorite. This is the Milani. There's some weird sticker on it. Okay, I can't get it off. But this is the Milani Rose, Imprinted Rose blushes. I don't really know what they're called, but this is the shade Tea Rose. And it's beautiful. It has this embossing of a rose print on it, which is gorgeous. And this shade is really, really beautiful if you want just a light, subtle pink on your skin. You can't see it. I don't know why I'm swatching. You can't see it right now. But this is just a really beautiful tea rose blush. And this one is the shade Romantic Rose. I've been using these all year round, and the embossing of the rose print hasn't gone down really at all, which is pretty cool. So it must go down really deep. These are super long wearing, super inexpensive, and it's by Milani, which is drugstore. And I think there are about 4 shades. I also have the shade Coral Cove. I don't know where that is, but I really, really love that one too. It's like a really beautiful peachy shade, and I love it a lot. So if you're looking for a really good long wearing blush, these Milani blushes are gorgeous and beautiful. A blush palette that I really loved. It's not something that I've been using all year round, but it is something that I've been using for the past 4 months. Not 4 months, for the past 3 months. And it's the Tarte Holiday Blush Palette. I don't have any blushes by Tarte, and then I purchased this over the holidays, and I am in love with it. I use this palette every day. I don't really use this last shade right here. It's a little glittery, and I don't like my blushes to be glittery. But I really love these 3 right here. I'm wearing this shade today on my cheeks. And these blushes are just super beautiful. They're super long wearing. I don't know why I've never bought a Tarte blush before, but the formula of these are blendable, long wearing, very pigmented, so a light touch goes a long way. And this is like my favorite palette. When I went home for the holidays, this is the blush palette I took with me, and that was it. I could have whatever blushes I wanted on hand, and it was just super travel friendly. The palette is very travel friendly. I don't know if they still sell it. If they do, I will link it down below, but this palette was amazing throughout the year. This palette was amazing throughout the holidays, not the year. I have 2 highlight powders that I really, really loved. The first one is this Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. And it has these 3 powders. I've been using this as basically a setting of my under eye. I will bake my under eye after I apply my concealer and set it, and then I will take a brush and use these shades, usually these last 2 right here, and wipe away the bake with it and kind of just use it as a final setting to, I don't know, catch the light, which is what these are for. They're super beautiful, natural looking highlight powders, and you can even get away with using this to set your face. I don't do that to set my whole face, but you can, because these are super, super finely milled, creamy, and amazing powders. And then the final one is, of course, probably everyone's favorite of the year, Becca's Champagne Pop Jaclyn Hill's collaboration with it. I'm wearing this today on my cheeks. This highlight is beautiful. It's perfect for every skin tone. All the hype that it gets for it, I think it's well deserved. I do think that if you have large pores, I would go light-handed with this because it can accentuate your pores, but that can also be said with any other highlight. This is just a really beautiful champagne shade that works for all skin types. I don't know if you're really, really pale if it'll look that great, but I'm sure someone has bought it and has tried it out, so but this is really gorgeous. And of course, this is no surprise, my favorite eye product of the year is this Mally eyeshadow stick. I'm wearing this on my lids today. I've been wearing this throughout the year. I use this when I travel. I use this all the time, and this is in the shade Saddle Shimmer. It's a really, really beautiful antique bronzy gold, I don't even like shade. It's like an antique brown, which is beautiful with some shimmer into it. and I wear this all the time. I wear this on when I want to wear no makeup, when I want to have easy makeup, when I travel. I take this with me all the time. I've already gone through 2 of them. That's how much I love it, and it's my favorite eyeshadow of all time. It sets easily, it blends. If you blend it out right away, it does look beautiful. It doesn't budge unless you wipe it off. So it's perfect for, you know, outdoorsy, whatever you're doing and you want to wear a little bit of makeup. I think this is perfect. I went hiking over the summer and this didn't budge from my face at all. With sweat and nastiness, and I used this in the Shiseido waterproof liquid foundation, and my makeup lasted all day. So this is my favorite, and that's it. It's my favorite. I have one palette that I really loved this year. I'm all about neutrals, so the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette was my favorite. I use this all the time. It's all mattes, and I love that they have individual quads that you can use if you don't really know how to work this palette, but I kind of just take my brush and whatever I'm in the mood for, I put on my face. But I love all the shades. So if you're looking for a gorgeous matte eyeshadow palette and you can't find one and you don't want to go out and buy like individual MAC eyeshadow pots, I would recommend this palette. I think that she did a beautiful job. I think that they're pigmented, blend out easily. They don't have much fallout, which is gorgeous. And it's just a beautiful eyeshadow palette. One last eyeshadow product that I really loved this year are the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. I believe all the ones she has out right now. My favorite ones are, get it out, this one in Flamethrower. I just cracked them! I cracked 2 of them, so thank God it's not all of them. And thank God they're colors that I don't use that often, but I'm really sad about it. So hopefully I can salvage these. I'm really sad right now. But Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows, they're my favorite single eyeshadows of the year. They're just beautiful. You can find reviews on them. I'm not going to show you them right now just because I cracked them and I need to fix it. And as you can see, they're super, super brittle because I'm sitting on carpet and they cracked all over my carpet, which is really depressing. But they're super, super brittle, and I'm not sitting that far from the ground. So not even a small drop can break them. So if you do get these, handle them with serious care and don't do what I did and drop them on the floor. Hopefully I can fix them. Let's move on. Let's move on to lips. One lipstick that I really, I'm like shaking, I'm really sad right now. One lipstick that I really loved this year are the Urban Decay, I don't really know what they're called, but they're in this black tube lipstick, and this is the shade 1993. It's a really beautiful nude color. I'm not usually too fan of the nudie lips, so this is the perfect nude for me. Because it's a little bit of a pink undertone to it, and I love it with their lip liner, which I do use this lip liner just by itself with some lip gloss, which is what I'm wearing today. And it's the 1993 Urban Decay 24/7 lip pencil. It's a very beautiful lip pencil. The shade isn't the exact same as this is a little bit lighter, but this is a very natural everyday lip liner if you're looking for a perfect nude lip liner. And this lipstick, the formula is very long wearing, very creamy, not drying on the lips whatsoever. I have one MAC lipstick favorite, and that's the MAC Viva Glam 3. I don't know if they still sell these. I got mine at Nordstrom's. It is a very beautiful warm red brick shade. It's a MAC lipstick, so their formula is one of my favorite lipstick formulas. Long wearing, this shade is just usually my everyday go-to shade. If I'm doing this eye, which is the eye that I normally do every day, I usually pair it with this lipstick if I want something a little bit more bold, and it's just a really beautiful MAC lipstick. Liquid lipsticks have been something that's been trending all year round. I don't particularly have a favorite, but I do have a favorite color that I've been wearing all winter and fall, and that's the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Sad Girl. Now, I don't have any of her new formulas, but her original formula when she originally came out with this product is not my favorite liquid lipstick formula. I don't know if her formulas have changed. I've heard that they have, so maybe I will go eventually purchase them. But this color is gorgeous. It has like specks of pink glitter in it, and when you move your mouth around, it catches the light, and it's just a very beautiful fall winter shade. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, the glitter specks, but it's just a really beautiful red, dark red with hint of glitter into it. This is my favorite liquid lipstick. I wear this all the time, and it's not necessarily because of the formula, but the color. I love this color, especially this time of year, and I don't think I have any other liquid lipstick with this particular color. And then my last two lip favorites is the ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Lumiere. Lumiere, yeah. This is their collaboration with Kathleen Lights. It's really a really beautiful mauve shade, which really works well with all skin tones. The formula of these are super creamy. I do find that it is a little bit drying on my lips, but if I put a moisturizer underneath it, this color is really, really beautiful for an everyday natural looking lip. And then my last favorite is these Buxom lip glosses. I used to use these a long time ago, and then I stopped for a while. I don't know why. And this is the second one of this particular color that I purchased, and this is the shade Victoria. It's what I'm wearing on my lips today, and it just has a little bit of color to it, which is beautiful, and I just put this on if I'm not wearing any makeup, if I want a natural makeup day, if I have a lot of makeup. I love this gloss with everything, and I already ran through one of these last year, and this is my new one. So it lasts a very long time, and it's very, very cooling on your lips, tingling, cooling, which I think it's maybe plumping my lips. I don't know. My lips are already pretty plump. I don't need them any more plump. I'm pretty happy with their plumpness. But this has been my favorite gloss of the year. Okay, now on to skincare. So as I said before, my skin's been acting a lot different this year than it ever has been. I've had breakouts, and I never had breakouts before. For a period of time, my skin was very dry, and it's usually been very oily, and now it's gone to combination oily and dry since I've been trying to mix up my skin routine. And I think I've finally gotten the breakouts under control. It took me all year to finally figure out the perfect method to control the blemishes on my skin. So the new thing that I tried this year is my hair's doing something funny, is the Vichy Normaderm Acne Prone 3-in-1 cleanser. This is my favorite cleanser. You can use it as a mask, it exfoliates, and you can just use it as a regular face wash. I've been using this morning and night, and as soon as I started using this, my breakouts decreased a lot. I love that it's completely inexpensive, and it should be worth way more than it is. It's $20 from Target or Ulta, I believe they have it there too, and it's only 20 bucks. And I think it should be worth a lot more, but I really hope they never increase the price, ever. I've gone through about like 3 of these now, and this is just the best. It's a salicylic acne treatment, and so if you do have blemishes and you have nothing else that works for you, I highly recommend this Vichy, I can't even say it, Vichy face wash. The Mario Badescu drying lotion. It works like any other drying lotion. They have tons of these out on the market. This particular one is the one I buy. It's by Mario Badescu. It's, I believe, also $20. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I will I'll link everything down below in the description box. But what you do is you take a Q-tip and you dip it into the pink powder that they have here. You don't shake it because you don't want the powder and the solution that's up top to mix together, but you dip it in and you take the pink powder and you just dab it on wherever you have a blemish. And I prefer to do it at nighttime because otherwise you look like a scary mess. But it increases the speed of your blemish time, so your acne doesn't last as long and it dries it out. So I love this, and I use this whenever I have a blemish. I had one on my face right here last night and it's gone down quite considerably, and all I did was have this on when I was sleeping. The annoying thing with blemishes, especially on me, is that they leave a scar. Whether it's scar due to aging or scars from blemishes, scars are just really annoying and it makes you feel very unattractive if you don't have anything on your face. So I've been using the Murad Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum. This baby is expensive. It's about 60 bucks for 1 ounce, but it is magic in a bottle. I noticed when I used this, within 2 or 3 days, the pigmentation from my acne spots went away considerably, and now they're pretty much fading into my skin and you can't really see them at all if I'm not wearing any makeup. And I just put this on every morning after I washed my face before I put on my moisturizer, and this stuff is amazing. I think that it really does lighten your skin, and so if you have really bad pigmentation, I highly recommend this. Like, it's just amazing. My mom is using it. She has really dark under eye bruising. I don't really know what it's from, and she doesn't really know what it's from, but she used this for a few days and the darkness under her eyes lifted quite a bit. I wouldn't recommend putting this as a under eye cream, but as a lightener for if you do have some darkness right here, which some women do tend to have, like my mom, this worked on her and lightened up her under eye considerably. I would also still follow up with a cream because this might be a little bit intense if you are going to place it under your eyes. And the last product, yay, everyone has come out with micellar water. I've tried the one by Simple and I really loved it, and now I'm trying the one by Bioderma, which I'm really love. I've gone through 2 bottles of this already because I really wanted to put different ones to the test. But this one, Bioderma micellar water, is amazing. It does burn my eyes a little bit when I'm using it to remove the extra eye makeup that I do have that doesn't come off with face wipe or whatever else I'm using. And when it does get into my eyes a little bit, and this water mixed with the extra mascara or whatever is usually mascara does tend to burn my eyes a little bit, but it's not really that much. But this does remove a lot of the makeup from your face. I wouldn't say 100%. This is not dehydrating. It cleans up all the dirt and grime from your face after you wipe off your makeup. You can use this to wipe off your actual makeup and it would still take off most of it. I wouldn't use this by itself. I would suggest that you use this and still take a face wash, face cleanser, and wash your face, and then maybe go in with an additional toner, or use this after you've washed your face and use this as a toner to remove your makeup because it's not drying whatsoever. I have been loving micellar water, and the next one I want to try is Garnier, but this one has been my favorite of the year. And that completes this video. That was a lot of products, but I hope you guys enjoyed my 2015 favorites, and I hope that you guys like that I've come back finally. And I do want to come out with a 2015 favorites of lifestyle and random other things that I have loved throughout the year. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorites were for the year because I do love trying new things. And I hope you guys all had an amazing year and an amazing January start to the year. And I will see you guys in my next video, and it will not be as long as last time because I think it's been Halloween tutorials. That was the last time I uploaded a video. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.